Okay, for this video, I'm going to finish up quickly, and you can watch me work. We're going to move the rest of the suspended ceiling, the columns, the inner wall, and the outer wall, which is comprised of the layer A glaze. And so in fire sprinkler, we don't need all these walls. We just need to show the best width given of the wall so that we have a nice clean outline. So let's begin. I'm going to isolate, of course, circle on the 0, and the suspended ceiling, which is this blue line right here, and right click. There's this suspended ceiling outline. It seems to be quite a bit, but let's keep all of it for now and copy, move it up, escape, and then the usual explode, boom, and then match properties to the 0 layer, circle, okay, overkill it. See, I'm always interested to see how many segments are on top of each other. 147. So now let's put this on the ceiling layer. So it seems like we have we put the last ceiling stuff on the kind of a grid area. Now this is probably just all of the remaining outlines of the ceiling. So let's find ceiling. There we go. Up. Oh, I didn't unisolate before I did that. So okay, I skipped one step. I didn't unisolate after copying, and that is a no-no. So just remember to unisolate everything after you copy the layer over. But anyways, we didn't do any damage, so now I could move the remainder of the ceiling over to our cleaned up side. So let's copy everything. Oops, I missed something down here, so let's grab all of it again. Right click, grab right in the dead center of that guy. Orthogonals off, intersection of A and 1, check. Okay, so it seems like the ceiling that we moved is more of the outlines of the lights and such. We might have to overkill this just to get rid of extra segments from here and the previous grid ceiling. So now let's delete this out because I copied. I didn't move it. I copied it. So let's delete that. Next layer I want to get is the columns. Now the columns are right here, I-beam looking thing, but there is a lot of this that we don't need. I'm probably going to end up deleting out this outer eye shape. So let's isolate, 0 layer, and then this column, make sure I get both of them, and then right click. Okay, it looks like we have some walls mixed in there, and even there's some walls there. So this is going to require a little bit more work, but I'll probably clean that up later. Let's copy this, bring it up as we have before. Now unisolate. And okay, so now I can see everything. Let's do the usual here. Let's explode if there's anything to explode. It might be. Now let's match properties, even though it's white. I think it was on its column layer or structural layer. Let's do this. Looks like we got it. Everything is on a 0 and busted up. See, the objects are now in their individual pieces after they explode. So let's, I will clean these columns up later, but for now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these inner lines on the wall layer, and sometimes this happens. They do a couple things at the end where items are on separate layers, and then I'm just going to put the rest on the column layer. We'll go around the horn here. That was some wall there, but I'll clean all this up later. Like I said, I'm probably going to delete these bigger eye shapes. Okay, let's put all those on the column. Oh shoot, do I have a column? It appears that I do not have a column layer in here. So let's do, let me make a new layer real quick. Let's see if I can just make a quick layer. Let's just call it column. And color, make my column layer is usually like burgundy, so let's make it, let's see with my poor eyesight here, let's make it, yeah, let's make it that color. Close the layer manager. Let's see if I even have that guy up there. So let's grab some of them, and there's our new column. All right, so we got column. I'm just going to match properties now. You can do this too and select your desired and then start copying around. I apologize, this is kind of some of the hack work you have to do when the layers are mixed up or you don't have your layer. So now that we've got everything, let's do a move. I don't like to see it there because I don't remember if I moved it. So let's move this dead center of the circle over to A1, which we probably have about 6 circles now. And there's our columns. I'll come clean those up later. Next, I want to get the eye wall. So let's isolate, of course, our 0. The inner wall, which I believe is that guy. And let's do, I believe that's right. So let's see. Yes, I got the inner wall, whatever that is. This is going to require, well, let's see what happens. Copy it. Bring it up. Escape, escape. Let's explode it. There might be some fun here. Doesn't look like anything exploded. Let's match properties to the 0 circle. Okay. And now that these are all walls, let's just put them all on the wall layer. And we should start to see something. Oh, one thing I forgot. I forgot to overkill. And I think I forgot to overkill the last layer, but we can do that later. Bam. 208. Okay, it was good to do. So let's put this on the walls layer. Walls. Oh, shoot. Again, I forgot to unisolate. Skipping some steps here, but I think you're getting it. Even with the mistakes might help. So now let's move. Let's get to here. Dead center. Move it over to A1. More circles. So see, now you're starting to see a good picture of this place. There's still some odds and ends. Okay, now let's, lastly, for this last video of cleanup, let's move the A glaze layer, and that should give us our outline of the building. I think I found it in here somewhere. No, that wasn't it. Wall curtain? No, is it A glaze? It might be this wall curtain glaze here. Actually, I think that's what it is. It's not A glaze, it's this. It'll give me both sides of the wall. It gave me a little extra, but I can clean this up later. But it does get rid of a lot of noise around the wall. So let's take this, copy it up, escape, escape, unisolate, don't forget. And now let's go through the motions, explode. And then match properties. And now finally, the one that really cleans it is overkill. And only three things were overlapping. So now let's put all this on the walls layer. And there. And finally, let's move it all to be placed on our cleaned up drawing, and you're going to see how we're almost there. Now this looks really good. You're almost ready to import this into your 3D fire sprinkler design package or use it in AutoCAD as is. But as you can see, looking at this versus what the architects give, this is a much cleaner representation for us to work off of. So thank you, and keep watching videos.